Hope you will be fine. Today we are going to do class 3 lecture of subject English. We are going to read unit of poem. The poem name is Feather or Fur. This is on reading book page number 117. Then we are going to do its exercise from page number 15, 16, 17 and 18. And lastly we will do the grammar portion from workbook page number 37, 38 and 39. Starting with the reading of Feather or Fur. This is the poem written by John Becker, and we are going to read the detail about the poem first before starting the reading. Now the name of the poem is Feather or Fur. Feather represents birds, as birds are covered with feathers, and fur represents animals, as animals are covered with, their skin is covered with fur. So this poem is about animals, birds and land animals. In this poem we will learn about animals, their natural habitat, that is jungle, their silent movements, their soft and friendly nature. Now, the central idea of this poem is that we should be silent when we go to watch the animals. We should not make any noise. We should not disturb the gentle creatures, as if you disturb them, you will lose a gentle friend. So, we should not disturb the natural habitat, that is jungle, of the animals. Now we are going to do the reading of Feather or Fur, page number 117. Here is the starter question for you. Do you ever go bird watching? Have you ever watched an animal from very close? Have you seen wildlife experts do this on TV? What can you learn by watching animals and birds? Now, on television, yes, we see different type of experts watching the birds. Now, how do they watch the birds? They watch the animals and birds from a distance, far distance, and they do not make any noise. They do not want to disturb them, as it is their natural habitat. In our natural habitat, we don't like being disturbed. So, why do animals like to be disturbed? Now, what do you learn from watching these birds and animals? That they are gentle creatures. They live their life in a gentle and different way. Now, let's start the reading of Feather or Fur. When you watch for feather or fur, feather or fur, do not stare, do not stare. Now, in this first stanza, in this first 5 lines, the writer is trying to say that when you watch animals, feather or furs refer to animals, do not stare. Now, do not stare means in this poem, do not make a noise. We should not make a noise. We should watch the animals from far away by using binoculars or any type of equipment. We should not go close to them. We should not make any noise. And in this stanza, the poet is giving us advice. In these first 5 lines, the poet is giving us advice not to make a noise while watching the birds. Next, feather or fur come crawling, creeping, some come peeping, some by night and some by day. Feather or fur come crawling. Crawling means move slowly. Crawling means to move slowly, and it is a verb. Creeping. Creeping means also means to move slowly, and it is also a verb. Crawling is a forward movement on hands. Creeping is slow moving movement. Both are verbs. Some come peeping. Peeping means to peek or glance from a distance. In these 3 lines, we learn about the movement of the animals, that they have gentle movements. They crawl, they creep, they peep. They have gentle movements. Some by night and some by day. Now, in these 2 lines, we know the time of appearance of the animals, that some animals appear in the night and some animals appear in the day. Next, most come gently, all come softly. Gently is an adverb and it means kindly. Softly is also an adverb, it means carefully. Now, in these 2 lines, we learned that animals are gentle and soft creatures. Do not scare a friend away. Now, the poet is referring animals as friends. We should not scare them. If you scare them, you will scare an animal away. Now, in the last stanza, when you watch for feather or fur, do not stare, do not stare. This stanza, first and last stanza are the same, they are repeated. The poet is again giving advice not to scare the animals. This is the poem by John Becker, page number 170. Now let's revise the meanings, word meanings, which we have read in our poem. Feather or fur. Stare is a verb. It means do not make a noise. Crawling is a verb which means move forward on hands and knees. Creeping is a verb. It means move slowly. Peeping is a verb. It means peek or glance at something. Gently is an adverb. It means kindly. And softly is an adverb. It means carefully. These are the meanings of the poem Feather or Fur. Now the reading is done. Students, as you know, our reading is done of Feather and Fur. Now we are going to solve the exercise of workbook of the chapter Feather and Fur from page number 15 to 18. Students, this is slot number 3. The slot has been provided to you. All the answers of the slot 3 are provided in this page of English portion. Now I am going to tell you how to solve these answers on your workbook. Students, now we are going to do page number 15 of your workbook of poem Feather or Fur. In this page we are going to have a review of the poem Feather or Fur. First question is title of the poem. What is the title of the poem? Feather or Fur. Poet's name John Becker. What is the poet name? John Becker. This is the picture of this poem. Now I have taken 2 pictures from the poem and drawn it. You can draw any animal picture over here. Now this poem is about the bird which have feather and about other animals which have fur. Basically this poem is about animals that have feather or fur. Next is my favorite line of this poem. My favorite line of this poem is do not scare a friend away. This is written in the slot. You are going to write it accordingly. Does this poem rhyme? Yes, this poem rhymes. Now write 2 rhyming words from the poem. gently, softly. These two words rhyme. And day, away. Now what are rhyming words? Rhyming words are the words that have same ending sounds. Gently, softly, day, away. Generally, all the poems have rhyming words in them, which makes the poem more beautiful. Now, rate this poem. There are stars given to you. Rate it accordingly. I have given it 5 stars. I have colored all the stars. You can color it according to your choice. Now we are going to do page number 16 of your workbook. The question is, answer the questions. Our first question is, what does feather mean here? Does it mean bird's feather that have fallen on the ground? No. The birds themselves. I have already told you in this poem, feathers means birds. So we will circle B. What does fur means here? The fur skin of animals or the animals themselves? Animals themselves. Fur represents animals. So we will circle B. Next question is, who is the poet talking to? People who collect fur or feather, people who watch wildlife to know more about them. B. The poet is talking about the people who go to the wildlife and go to watch animals. He is talking to those people in this poem. So we will circle part B. Question number 4. Why does the poet say, do not stare? What will happen if you stare? Now the poet is again and again stressing to not to stare. So now there is a question why we shouldn't stare. So the answer is, if you stare or move, you will scare the animals and birds away and you will not be able to watch them. Do you understand? That when you go too close to them, you will scare them and you will disturb their natural habitat. You will not be able to watch them again. Question number 5. The word crawling, creeping and peeping are used to describe option A, the way the people move, the way the animals and birds move. These movements refer to the movements of the animals and birds. So we will choose option B. 6. Do the animals and birds make a noise when they move about in the woods? No. They do not make noises. They move silently and gently. Question number 7. How is the poet talking about, who is the poet talking about when he says a friend? An animal or bird, one of the watchers, friends or another person. Now when the poet is talking about the friend, he is talking about animals and birds. He says that do not scare a friend away. So he is talking about, I have already told you, animals and birds. This was page number 16. Now students, before starting page number 17 of your workbook, we are going to clear the concept about syllables. Syllables are unit of pronunciations. The number of pronunciations in a word are syllables. Syllables of a word can be identified by breaking the words into parts. The part of pronunciation together makes a word. Now different parts of pronunciation when joined together make a word. Now there are 3 basic types of syllables: 1 syllable words, 2 syllable words and 3 syllable words. Basically you are going to learn about these 3. 1 syllable words have only 1 sound in pronunciation, like run, go. You pronounce the word in 1 sound. 2 syllable words like coffee, Now there are two sounds in it, coffee. So it is a two-syllable word. Three-syllable words, basketball. Basketball. Now it can be divided into three pronunciations. Basketball. So it is a three-syllable word. Now we are going to do page number 17 of our workbook. In page number 17, we are going to do an activity relating to the syllables. There are different words given to you. You are going to arrange them in these three columns. We are going to put one-syllable words in this column, two-syllable words in this column, and three-syllable word in the third column. Now, the one-syllable words are fur, go, stare, some, come, night, day, most, awake. These all are one-syllable words as they are pronounced in only one sound. Now let's read the two-syllable words that we have extracted from this block. Two-syllable words are watch, feather, crawling, creeping, peeping, gently, scare, friend. These are two-syllable words. Now three-syllable words are minister. Only one word is three-syllable word, that is minister. This was page number 17. Now students, we are moving on to page number 18. On page number 18, you are going to write the summary of feather or fur. This summary is provided to you in your slot. You are going to write it in the same way from the slot. I am going to read it for you and explain it to you. The beautiful poem Feather or Fur is written by John Becker. In his poem, the poet tells us about habitat of jungle, animals and birds. The poet in this poem shows and tells us about the habitat, that is jungle, of animals and birds. When we visit a place like forest where we meet animals and birds, we should not make a noise and disturb them. When we meet the animals, we should not make noise or disturb them. The poet also describes the action of animals and birds by the word of creeping, crawling and peeping. Now these three words are used to show the movements of the birds in the poem. At the end, he wants to give the message to people that no one should scare the animals and birds and have to be friendly with them. We should not scare the animals and birds. This is the message that the poet wants to give in his last stanza, and we do not want to scare a friend away. Now students, we are going to start the grammar portion of your workbook. Before starting your grammar pages, we are going to clear the concept of simple past tense. What is past tense? An action that has already taken place. An action which is already done and is in the past is used to describe in simple past tense. Now we usually add in these sentences ed to the verb to make the sentence into present sentence into past tense. For example, when it is a present tense, it will be the cat jump into the bed. And if we want to convert it into past tense, we will add ed to the verb jump, and it will be the cat jumped into the bed. It means that it is a past action. Now, this law is usable in some cases, but some verbs when changed into their second form completely change. Like go, when it changed into the second form, is changed into went. Go, went. Tell, when changed into the second form, converts into told. So there are many other examples. When we want to change a present tense into past tense, you can say you have to convert the verb into its second degree, second form. Now the formation of past tense is subject, verb, added ed, or the second form of the verb, both are right, plus object. Now here are two examples. He walked. He looked good yesterday. He looked good yesterday. I have added ed to the verb to make it a past tense. And he went to school. When go is converted into its second degree, second form, it converts into went. Now we will do the grammar, page number 37. Simple past tense, page number 37. You are going to solve it according to the slot. Now here is the definition of simple past tense. The past tense tells us about something that has already happened. We add d or ed to most verbs to show that something has already happened. When we add d or ed, it converts into past tense and it shows that something has already happened. Now write these lines in the given lines below. The past tense tells us about something that has already happened. Now moving on to the exercise, change the verb in past form and get new sentences. For example, first is done for you. Please help the baby. I already helped the baby. This is past tense, this is present tense. Next, the flowers look good. They looked better yesterday. Yesterday is a past day, so they looked good, better yesterday is a past tense. Please accept my gift, present tense. I accepted it for my sister, past tense, as ed is added to accept. I wonder who will win. I wondered about it all night. We added ed to wonder and now it is a past tense. Fold the paper neatly. She folded her paper. We added ed to fold and made it a past tense. Let's cook outside tonight. It is a present tense. We cooked outside last night. We added ed and made it a past tense. Do not block the way. They blocked the entire street. Blocked converts the sentence into past tense. Our next question is, see if you complete the following. Use the words in bracket but change it as needed. Now these words in the brackets are given to you. We are going to change these words to convert the sentences into past tense. Now first sentence is, yesterday we dash in the river. The word given is swim. We will convert the verb into second form, second degree of the verb. Swim, swam. Now the sentence is, yesterday we swam in the river. Next is, last night a thief dashed my bicycle. Steal, second form, stole. Now the sentence is complete in past tense. My brother brought my friend home for dinner last night. We converted bring into brought. Last week, my mother brought some new clothes. Bought some new clothes. We converted buy into bought. Yesterday, I sent him a letter. Sent is converted into sent. This was the detail of page number 37. Now we are going to do page number 38. We are going to have an activity relating to the past and present tense. Past tense that has already happened and present that act is happening, that is in the present. Now we are going to use the word eat in an activity to convert the sentences into present and past tense. Let's read what we are going to do. When you have eaten something yesterday, we say I ate. In past tense, we say I ate. And when you eat something now, you say I eat. Now in past tense, we say I ate, and in present, we say I eat. We are going to use these two words to complete the sentences. Complete the story correctly by writing either eat or ate on the lines below. Now, the sentence which will be in the past, we will add ate, and the sentence which is in present, we will add eat. Let's start. It was Eid party yesterday. I ate too much cake. As it was yesterday, so I am going to add ate. Too much cake. Today, I eat creamy chocolate ice cream. Today is used, it is present, so I will add eat. I eat zinger burger and fries. It is present, so I will add eat. I ate a lot of candies yesterday. Yesterday is in the past, so we have added ate. Next is, now write about yourself. What did you eat yesterday? I ate pizza yesterday. As yesterday is written, so we will use ate in the answer. What did you eat in the morning? It is present, so we will add eat. I eat an egg with bread in the morning. This was detail of page number 38. Now students, we are going to do page number 39. We are going to learn the concept about contraction and apostrophes. What are contractions? A contraction is a word that is shortened by dropping one or more letters. An apostrophe takes the place of the missing letter. Here are two examples. He, will is converted into he'll. Now in this example, you can say that the contraction is W and I. We have contracted W and I. We have removed W and I. The removal of these two words means that contraction is done. Now, instead of W and I, we have placed an apostrophe. This comma is called apostrophe. Now, we can write he will in a short form he'll. Should not. Now, in not, we have done the contraction in O. We have removed O. This means that we have done the contraction, and we have placed an apostrophe instead of O, and should not is converted into shouldn't. Now let's do the exercise. Write the contraction above the words. She has, she's. Did not, didn't. He is, he's. Will not, willn't. Cannot, can't. Did not, didn't. Had not, hadn't. Are not, aren't. Does not, doesn't. Do not, don't. Were not, weren't. She will, she'll. I will, I'll. Now write a sentence of your choice. Use one of the contractions to write a complete sentence. She will come to school today. I have used she'll in the sentence. Now this was the detail of page number 39. Now our work is done. Say Alhamdulillah, Allah Hafiz.